Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this here is the Don Trail Station, the Don Trail Channel. That is Dontrel. So, of course, this here, by the looks of it, this here is a TC video. This here is gonna be a TC video. So this video is based off of these quick this here is called, these is two of them, by the way, and they're called quick latch. And so when I'm telling you, first of all, to give you guys a heads up, before I purchased this automobile, I had already knew of the pros and the cons, and I had already knew about, the weak spots or whatever. But at the same time, man, I had a weakness for the design of it. I had a weakness for the shape of it, and I hate to walk around because I hate to expose so much. But it is what it is, because and also another thing, when you guys purchase things, try to read your reviews, because most of the times, you know, it most likely has some truth to it somewhere. Sometimes it don't, sometimes it does, but everything you just have to take with a grain of salt. But I ended up purchasing these quick latches, and like I said, I had already knew that it was a weak flaw in the design of the car, but it has the and I had no idea that the bumper gap, in these cars was gonna give me such a headache. It has. I didn't expect for them to give me such a headache. And as you can see on this, in the back side, it's kind of, but I'm okay with it, because I know, it could be fixed. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of I've been doing a lot of YouTubing these videos, and so this is pretty much what I came up with. So, and when I'm telling you, I've gotten to some BS about this bullshit, dude. Like, I hate to say that, but but when it was some BS, it was some BS, because I end up doing this myself. So, for those of you who feel like, they want to take a stab at it, or want to feel like they could, try to learn or do it on your own, go for it. Because I and then the thing was is that I initially didn't want to do it. Wait a minute. I initially wanted to pay somebody. And then when I spoke to them over the phone, and then when I made it to them in person, they just went up $50 out of nowhere. So I was like, well then, damn it, you know what? If you're just gonna go up $50 out of nowhere, I'm just gonna do it myself. This is a kid. This is a young guy that I normally would go to in Riverdale, and I didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that he just did that. So I said, I'm gonna try to, learn how to do it on my own. And so what happened was is that I noticed that it was getting worse. I noticed that it was getting worse. This here could be done a whole lot better, but just putting these things, first of all, figuring the whole thing out is a maze in itself, especially if you don't know anything about cars or whatever. And then that's another reason why I don't really get too particular about, oh, what's expensive, oh, what's cheap, oh, what's expensive, oh, what's cheap. You understand what I'm saying? Because eventually something's going to break down on it, and you're going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to deal with it. So that was another reason why, I said, what, I feel like I know a little bit. Anyway, and I'm gonna give you guys the bumper gap story, and this is how it's starting off. Now I don't know how long this story is gonna be, but I'm gonna tell you guys, I really am, because I love these automobiles. And like I said, I can name a number of flaws in the cars, but I liked it. I liked what the automobile stood for. I like the fact that you can make it into your own. Like, I don't really, like, dig Mercedes. And you know what? Let me tell you something. When I see a Mercedes, I'm gonna tell you the real honest truth. When I see a Mercedes, whether the Mercedes is new, old, or whatever, I instantly think of Coming to America for some reason. I just do not know why. I just do not know why. But whenever I see a Mercedes, I'm like, da 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 da, da 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 da. So I think about that, and so then I be like, I would never want a Mercedes, because they just so old to me. Like, I just think that everybody has their, thing, and I have a love for these coupe cars. um I just think that they fix me. But anyway, back to this bumper gap story, which has given me hell, like hell, and I'm still going through it, hell. So listen, I just got done doing this. So this is the driver's side, which looks really well, by the way, because, and I'm going to tell you why. This right here looks really well, by the way, because I end up taking my car. I don't want to get there yet. I don't want to get there yet. I really want to start from the beginning, because I like the fact that the crease is nice and crisp and tight, the way it's supposed to be. Now this part back here, is, I'll just deal with that. I did that myself. I didn't want to show that to you, but you're probably gonna notice it anyway. So I like the crease that's in there, because I mean, this part right here, could be, but at the same time, if you guys would have known what it looked like before, like, this is like 96% better. Like, honestly, it is. And so even putting this thing here on here was hell in itself. So, because it's like you see other videos and you like, and then first of all, by the way, this thing is not slim. Like the width of this thing is not slim. So it's almost like you have to push it in there. And then it's like you have to, it's like when you push it in there, first of all, you don't know if you're supposed to righty it or loosey it. You understand what I'm saying? So this thing was a damn nightmare. It really was. Which brings to the reason why I originally, well, after I said I was going to do it myself, I said, you know what? I said, I'll work. I said, just pay a professional to fix the space, and then at the same time, it spaces elsewhere too. But I was just particularly worried about the ends, the sides, the rights and the lefts of it. So I end up taking my, and I'm telling it, I end up taking my car, and I was on vacation, by the way. I was on vacation, and I'm telling you guys this because I'm going to court over this bullshit. I really am. I really am. I'm going to court over this bullshit, and I'm not going to just walk away from what happened to me. I'm just not going to do it. And I'm going to tell you guys exactly what happened to me. So, I ended up taking my car while I was on vacation, by the way. And so I took it. I ended up taking my car to at random, by the way, too. Random, by the way. I think I ended up typing in car mods or some bullshit like that on the internet, and I think I ended up going with a place called, like I said, and then, like, right here, like even the lip here, this is not the original lip. This here is a 10 series, by the way. um The lip is not original. I end up fumbling my automobile, and I end up fucking up the front of it a while back. So this lip here is not the original lip, by the way. And so even these fog lights here, like my God, like if you guys only knew like the half, the half of it, I probably would have taken things a bit more slower and got this here at a later date, because I'm telling you, the amount of money that I actually, you understand what I'm saying, actually put into this little bitty old car, like for real, like I could have like uh probably like some type of like luxury XUV or some shit like that, for real. Like the amount of money that I already put into this car already. And I don't even think I had this car. I really don't know. Maybe oh man. I had it for a while. I had it I'm probably right at the 9 year, 10 year mark of this car, maybe even 11, years, but um and then part of it is because of me, because this here's a manual, by the way. This here's a manual. So and like if you guys have been following my car videos, and that's another reason why I stopped, because like when I'm telling you guys, I really don't really know. You know what? And then the thing is that this here is a manual. I just so happen to make it back and forth to wherever I'm trying to go. Sometimes, now at this point, I kind of got an idea what's going on, but sometimes I can get lost, in the gear shifts, sometimes, like one time, and then the thing was is that I was going anyway. Man, boy, when I tell well, when I tell you, but anyway, these bumper gap stories. So I end up taking my car to a place called Cla- is is speed it's speed something classic something over there in Lake City near Forest Park, like, yeah, Georgia. So when I'm telling you it started off, the regular, customer service. That's how it started off. When I'm telling you, it got, and then the thing is that I went to professionals, and you see I end up doing this on my own, so obviously something happened, because if you go to a professional and you spend your hard earned money for assistance, and you expect the professionals to do what they supposed to do, but these here guys here didn't. They did not at all. And so even right here, it's a hell of a lot better. Both of these things, that the left, the driver's side is really good compared to what it was. And even this side here, okay, so you guys see the crease. The crease is much better. Now before, the crease poked out really, really bad. And so even like right here, these folks, they damaged my car, and I'm not gonna say I'm really hurt about it, but at the same time, they didn't have to damage my car, because I got my quick latch on there on my own without, that. So they fumbled the ball there, and I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it at all. And this here could be done, better, lined up better. But at this point, I said, okay, I know how to take it off. I know how to put it back on. And I see this is what, this is just going to have to be. I seen another video. This one guy, he had these things like all over the place, like all over his car, like on like the side skirts and even like the back. That's what he had. So, I said, this is just going to be a learning experience. So, this is where I'm at. But, yeah, I've the gaps in here, it really gave me hell. That's what the review said it was gonna do, and yeah, it did just that. So I guess I can't be too upset because that's what I read. I said, you know what, that won't happen to me, and it did. And I said, you know what, if that would happen to me, I'll just fix it and I'll fix it myself. And that's what I did. I ended up fixing it myself because it really came out like this whole part really came out like even like I don't know why they tore. Like on the other side, you can't see how they tore it, but on this side, you can see how these people tore it. I gotta wash my hands, by the way. Yeah, you can see. And then the thing is, I asked him why did they do that, and he said, "Oh yeah, because we had to. We had to." No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Because I didn't have to. I didn't have to. And that's exactly what I wanted, and I did that myself. And I didn't have anything to do with that. That's not good. That's not good. It's just not good. And that's what we're going to court over. We're not even going to court over that. We're going to court over like a number of things. So as you guys can see, I need some waxing done on my car, and not waxing, but it's called what is it called when when it cleaned up real good. So that's what I'll probably do, man. But these bumper gaps right here on these cars was something else. And then the thing is that like if people really actually knew how to take care of it, or if that was already done before, like these cars are really look really really nice, really nice. But because of the fact that I feel like they fumbled the ball with these things, it kind of give like the car like a bad rep or whatever. But it's still a nice body looking, style looking of a car. So I just gotta I just have to clean mines up a bit more. So like I said, man, it's nothing too, yeah, so yeah. All right. Then, ladies and gentlemen, this here is the Don Trail Station, the Don Trail channel. That's DONTREL. That's DONTREL. Please subscribe. And I'm gonna try to make more videos, man. I'm really am gonna try to make more videos, comfortable on the get comfortable on camera and so forth. So yeah, bye now.